Now, welcome once again today as we'll be talking about marriage. This is a topic that is very critical and it is very special, and it is good for all of you to hear, both the youth and those that are married. It is not limited, it is only limited to children. Those that are teenagers, but other people, the age group doesn't matter, as long as from age 18 and above, you are welcomed. Our topic today will be about marriage. My advice to young people is to make wise choice or wise decision before making a conclusion on whom you want to marry. Specifically, in my last, in one of my topics, I talked about relationship, and I say that God doesn't give you 100% of what you ask for. He usually gives you 80%. You will never find a person or a spouse who is 100% complete. No, He gives you a spouse who is 80%, so that this 20% that is remaining, you both, two of you, come up with ways on sorting out things and make it. If it is the wife, make sure you are making your husband to be whom you want him to be, and if it's a man, make that woman to be the wife whom you want her to be, and the 100% will be sure, complete. And also remember that the challenges that we face in marriages are not the same. The challenge that I face is not the same challenge that you will face, or the same challenge that the other person will face. We usually face different challenges. That's why I say we are only given 80%. The 20% we look for it. Okay. What is marriage? What is marriage? This is a very critical and important question to ask yourself before entering into marriage. Okay, so marriage is a relationship. It's not a project to be completed or a problem to be solved. It is a relationship. Okay, it is not a project. That one you should know. It is not a project. Do not marry because your friends have married. No. Do not marry because your parents have told you. No, do not do it because you've been told. This is a relationship, and a relationship cannot exist if two of you have not come together and agreed on two things. Okay, so you need to know each other, and there's those things that made you love that person. So marriage is a relationship. It's not a project. Okay, now in relationship, the reason why you say marriage is a relationship, it needs the commitment of both of you two. Okay, and relationship demands for sympathetic listening, and this is one of the major key thing in marriage. You need to be always to be listening to your partner. Okay, number two, what is marriage? Marriage, it is God's plan. Marriage, it is God's plan. It's a covenant, not a contract. Okay, it is a covenant and not a contract. It is God who made the marriage to exist. At the Garden of Eden, He created Eve to be the companion, to give Adam a companion to live together, so that Adam will not be alone the way he used to be. Okay, back then Adam used to live alone with animals, with no person, without any person to assist him, to help him in different activities. That's why God gave him Eve. That's why we say marriage is God's plan. That's why in Christianity, before you make a decision of marrying, the men of God will ask you if you have prayed for it. They ask you if you have prayed for it. Make sure that it is God's will, because you can't just marry because you want to marry. You have to marry because God has now prepared you. Now you are ready. You are ready. That's why we say it is God's plan. And if it's not God's plan, my friend, believe me, you will struggle. You will struggle. I always say that my marriage is God's plan, because if it wasn't, during preparation for our wedding, normally it is a very hectic thing, but through grace of God and provision of God, He usually make it run smoothly. That's what I'm saying. If it is God's plan, He will make it succeed. And if it's not God's plan, my friend, you will struggle. That's why you'll find yourself ending up messing up and not reaching God's destiny. Okay? Another one, marriage happens when marriage happens when two people have made commitment to Jesus. Marriage happens when two people have made commitment to Jesus. Okay? That's why you come together. Okay? You commit yourself. So, sawa. You find it in John 17:21. Okay? Another one, and it's very funny. Marriage is a mystery. Marriage is a mystery. Okay? Another one, the funniest thing and the goodest thing is God is the author of the marriage. God is the author of marriage. Okay? Marriage is unity resulting to a unified family, which is a basis of strong church. Marriage is a unity resulting to a unified family, which is a basis of a strong church. Now, at least if you consider about this, the things that we've talked about, you will have a reason why to marry. Okay? Look at it, and also there are more other definition of about marriage. You can still look on it. Okay? And we have insurance of marriage. We have insurances for marriage, of which we have to consider. One, communication, for you to make sure that your marriage is safe and working good. Communication, make sure communication is good. Okay? Two, love and submission. Love your spouse and submit. Love your spouse and submit. No matter how the situation might seem to be, just love the spouse and submit to him or her. The third one, honesty and openness. Be honest to your partner. Be honest to your partner and open when there's any issue. I love the way my wife usually tells me, when anytime that we have an argument with her, she just keep quiet. Then, like after 10 minutes, she'll come and she'll be open to me and tell me, baby, this and this and this you did and it wasn't good for me. Then we'll talk and sort out our problem. Okay? That's why I take her as my friend. She's my best friend. Okay? That's why I say love the insurance of marriage, for your marriage to dwell, and not only marriage, also in those that are in courtship. Make sure you are honest to your partner and open to your partner. Another one, affection. Affection. Okay? Then financial support. Make sure that you're supporting your spouse financially. Always be present for him or for her. It doesn't matter who is working or who is not working. Both of you might be working, so make sure you're supporting each other. And if in the case of one of you is working, make sure that you are supporting and fill that gap, that people or neighbors should know that your spouse is not working. Okay? And you will be good. I remember when I was still in courtship, when we were still dating with my wife, it reached a time that I was stopped from my working place, and it took me so many days to accept the reality that I'm not working now. But I thank God that she stood with me. And yet she wasn't working actually. She wasn't getting a good salary by that time. But we thank God that she stood with me during our courtship period. We were not married. We thank God now we are both working. And we support each other. And we thank our mentor and our spiritual father, Pastor Silas, who has always been with us and always been praying with us for us that we stand firm. We went through the challenges, and now we are here supporting each other. She's working there at Nzoya, and I'm working. I'm always on the screen making sure that you are updated. Last one, it is family commitment. Always make sure that you're committed to your family. Commit to your family. Make sure that you have time for your family. You have time for your wife, your children. Make sure at least you spend time, a time that you spend together with your wife, with your kids. Spend time together so that you expand, put that strength to grow together. One secret that we use, I and my wife and also my daughter, I usually value them. That's why every week, at the end of the week, we usually spend time together. We spend together time with our daughter, with my wife, have bond together, have a free talk, okay? Away from home if it's possible, go away from home. But if it's not, you're not able, maybe financially, you can do it at home and make sure you are at peace. The home is convenient and there's no any interference, okay? Follow these steps, thank me later, and your marriage will be successful and colorful. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for following me up. I've been your host, Prince Sila. Till next time, this is a lovely show, The Talk Show. God bless you.